Hello everybody, my name is Brian Welch, and today we're going to be going over the Cornerstone quoting tool. This is going to allow any agent to get into this tool and run quotes for the 5 different product lines that you see in front of you. This original screen, or the dashboard screen, is the main screen you get into once you get into the system. From here you can begin to run quotes for these different product lines. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll start with Medicare Supplement. So to begin running a quote, you just need to click Run Quote, and it's going to take you to the demographics page. What this page is going to allow you to do is just type in all the demographic information for the insured you're trying to get quotes for. That includes their age, gender, tobacco status, etc. The pertinent information to that client is going to be used on this page. So you can go ahead and type in a zip code. This can be any zip code in the country. You can then select their age, their gender, and their tobacco status, as well as the plan you wanted to look at. We default to F, it being the most popular, but we have all the plans A through N. And you can then choose to select an effective date. So if you wanted to see a December 1st or January 1st effective date, you can do so by clicking there. The last option here is this client or quote label, and all the tools will have this box. This is optional. However, if you wanted to personalize this quote was for Mr. John Smith, and you wanted to put their name on a printout or a PDF, you can personalize this quote for them. So go ahead and press Get Quote. We're going to run a 65-year-old female, non-tobacco, in an Omaha, Nebraska zip code. Again, this will run any zip code in the country, and it'll give you the corresponding county, city, and state associated with that quote. And it's going to price these out cheapest to most expensive. And so you'll see the cheapest price at the top, as well as the most expensive price at the bottom. And so it'll really give you a full market view of what this information pertains and what companies would be available to that insured. This is only for open block business, so anybody that's not currently accepting new apps is not going to be on this tool. What you're looking at here in front of you is a few different company features. Obviously, we're going to give you the price per month and the company name, but we're also going to give you the household discounts and policy fees that apply, as well as some additional company information. That would include rating class, rate type, if it's an attained age or an issue age, AM Best and S&P ratings if they apply, etc. We also have 3 different buttons down here. We have an electronic application and PDF application buttons. This is if you actually wanted to submit the business, you would just need to click one of these buttons to go ahead and do that. And the third button here is the plan details. This is just bringing up the benefits associated with this plan. So we are looking at F, and so to give you the services associated, what Medicare is paying, what the F would pay, and then what you and or the client would pay, depending on who the quote was for. And this would allow them, obviously because it's F, it's all zeros for everything. And so this is just benefit information that would pertain to this plan. We have a few different toolbar and quick quote sections available here. The first is going to be this quick quote bar. This is if you wanted to switch from like an F to a G or a male to a female, 65 to 67. You don't have to keep clicking back and forth. You could just change it right here on this screen, just kind of an ease of use type deal. On the left-hand side here is our toolbar. The first 2 things are going to be compare quotes options. The first compare quotes is going to be if you wanted to compare a couple of these plans side by side. So all you need to do is click the company names. It will then turn them green, and you'll be able to move them away from the regular group and into its own screen, just these 3 plans that you can print off or export to PDF. Just allows you to filter it a little bit, and to remove the green, all you need to do is unclick them. The universal compare is going to be if you wanted to compare across product lines. So if you wanted to compare a MedSup to a dental or a MedSup to a final expense, so on and so forth. You just need to click this globe button here. It will then begin to turn purple, and it'll allow you then to switch to a different product line, run a quote, click the globe for that product line, and you can have 2 different types of products side by side on the same page. Again, you can print off or export to PDF and email to the client. Below that, we have a few different export options. Pretty self-explanatory. The first is going to be the print button. This is if you wanted to strip out the color and put it in a printer-friendly format, you can do so. If you wanted to export this to PDF and email it to somebody, you can do so, as well as the Excel export. This is if you wanted to just put the raw data into an Excel database. We have some agents that like to do so. That option is available. This is where that client label will come into place. If you were to do so and had a client label associated with it, it would say Mr. John Smith's quoting results on the page. Below that, we have a few different adjust your view settings. The first is going to be the expand or contracted view. This is just going to allow you to see a simpler view. If you just want to know the price per month in the company, you can go to this simpler view on the screen. The second button here is going to be apply discounts. This is if you wanted to apply the 7% discount to the monthly rate. It will go ahead and do the math for you, and it will readjust the rates as well as the company order if need be. Third one down is annual rate, just if you wanted to see the annual rate versus a monthly. And the fourth one down is market analytics, and this is going to have the most information in it. We're going to have three different types of information we provide. First is going to be age increases. For attained age policies and attained age policies only, it'll show you each year the insured gets older, what they'll pay moving forward. So you can sit down with the person you're quoting and say, look, you're going to pay $114.24 today, but at 68, it's going to go up by 3.9% if the rates hold today with what they're at. This just gives your ability to give your clients a future outlook. The second box here is going to be your increase history. So anytime a company changes rates, we're going to give you the date that the rates had changed and the percentage of change. And this is going to be plan, company, and state specific. And the last one here is market data, and this is just NAIC data that's self-reported by the companies. And this will go over lives insured, premiums earned, and loss ratios both on a state and national level for this company. Information that not everybody's always interested in, but we like to paint a full picture of what this company has to offer. The last box here is the select plans. If you are running a quote and it is in an area that offers select plans, you just click the select plan button, and below the price, if it is a select option, will be a big bold heading or label that says select. Kind of the last option here is the underwriting. This is if you are dealing with somebody outside their open enrollment period and they have to go through underwriting. We have all the different look-back conditions on the plans. And so let's say for argument's sake you are dealing with somebody that had a heart attack in their medical history. If you select heart attack, below each one of the carriers, it will provide the look-back period for the criteria and the condition. So if your insured had a heart attack within the last 2 years, for Liberty Bankers Life, you'll have to answer yes on the application, and therefore possibly you might not be issued that business. This just allows you to not only find the best plan for your client based upon price, but also what company would actually insure that person due to their medical history. And so that's a quick run through of the Medicare supplement tool. Just using the tool once or twice, you can really become a pro at it. We try to make it as easy and as simplistic as possible. To navigate or to get out of this screen and maybe go back to the dashboard page or switch to a product line, all you need to do is hover over the heading here and allow you to go back to the dashboard or the My Account page. If you want to change your password or change your name or your username, you can go to that My Account page to do so there. So we'll go ahead and switch. We'll stay with the Medicare products and we'll go over to Medicare Advantage. All the tools are going to be very similar in how they present the data and run the quotes. It's going to look very similar. Obviously, the information is going to be different because the product lines are going to be different. But we try to make it to where if you can run a quoting tool for one of the products, you can run a quote for the rest of them. And so we try to make it, somewhat universal. As you can see, it's going to look very similar. We'll go ahead and type in a zip code here. Again, any zip code in the country. You can then select the client label, the effective year you wanted to look at. We also have the special needs and the Part D plans available here through this tool. So if you wanted to go ahead and switch from Medicare Advantage to a standalone Part D, you can. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to price these out cheapest to most expensive. But as you know, most of these plans have a $0 premium, so it is going to rank them based upon their max out of pocket. And so this is going to label anything that's available in 2017 because that's the year that we selected for this zip code. So as you can see here, price per month and the max out of pocket, as well as the company information. That's going to include like star rankings, drug deductibles, if it's an HMO or a PPO, more of some of the company information. All your toolbar options here, your export options, as well as your quick quote are all still available just like they were on the other tools and previous tools. However, if you wanted to see co-payments, co-insurances, the benefits associated with these plans, all you need to do is click this Plan Details button. It will then take you to a new page where it's going to show the benefits for these types of plans. And so this is going to be the nailed down of exactly what is coming with this plan. What types of benefits? Is there an ambulance benefit, acupuncture, inpatient skilled nursing types of coverages? All that information is going to be available here. This screen will also allow you to print it off. You can email it. You can generate a PDF. The person can run the quote with you while you're doing the quote. Really, this information, we want it to be shared. We want your clients to be informed, and that's why we built this tool. So here's all that information here, all the different types of benefits associated with this plan. Again, you can, like I said before, you can print this off. You can export it to PDF. You can also fill in the gaps. And so this is if you wanted to fill in the gaps with the hospital indemnity plan. So maybe where the Medicare Advantage plan falls short, you can click this Fill in the Gaps button. It'll bring up some demographic information about that client. You can then click Add Comparison. What the system was going to do right now is find all the HI plans that are available for that particular person in that zip code, that age, that gender, that tobacco status, etc. And it's going to allow you to select which one you want to place side by side with your MA plan. And so this is just a really neat tool, a really effective way to cross-sell, some cross-selling opportunities. The universal compare is going to work the same way. However, we wanted to make sure that we had this button there already because we know this is popular amongst the agents. Here's the plan that it defaults to. However, you click the drop-down, all the different types of plans will be available to select. So that's the Medicare Advantage tool. We'll go ahead and move along to the final expense tool. Like I said before, it's going to look very similar to the other product lines. However, it is going to be work a little bit different because it is a final expense plan rather than a Medicare plan. There's face amounts and different nuances with final expense than it is with the Medicare, and you're going to be able to select all of those. This is all the features in terms of your toolbar options, your export features, etc., are still going to be available. Again, this is going to be able to run any zip code in the country and allow you to run any quote from Alaska to Florida. So go ahead and type in a zip code here, your age, gender, tobacco status. One thing that's going to be unique is you can either select your face amount, you can type it in, or click the drop down to select which face amount you want to look at. Or let's say your client can afford $30 a month. You can simply just type in $30 and it'll report the corresponding companies with just the corresponding face amounts for the $30. So we'll go ahead and type in a 65-year-old female here for a $10,000 level benefit. We have all the returner premium, 10-pay, single-pay, 20-pay plans. It's all available. You just click this drop-down. You can select the different product types. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to sort these cheapest to most expensive. If you don't want, on any plan, if you don't want to sort by price, you can just click this drop-down here, and you can choose to sort by company name if you want it alphabetically, or you can choose to sort by rating. If your client is only interested in A-rated companies, not necessarily price-centric, just wants an A-rated company, a financially stable company that's been determined that way, you can choose to sort the list by that. But we default to price as we know that that's the most important factor. Again, this is going to have all the final expense plans that are available that are currently accepted in business today, so you're not going to miss anything in the market. Just like before, the price per month and the company name, as well as the AM Best and S&P features. If there's an annual fee associated with this rate, it'll state that. If you want to include this annual fee in the rate, all you need to do is click that Apply Fees button. It will do so, and it'll go ahead and readjust the prices accordingly. All your quick quote section options are here. Your compare quote features, your export features, your expanded and contracted view are still available, as well as your underwriting. If it is a guaranteed issue policy, it will say guaranteed issue up here under the underwriting tab for the plans. However, if you are dealing with somebody that needs to go through a simplified underwriting process for these plans, all the look-back conditions are there, and those are taken directly off the apps. That's going to be the final expense tool. We'll go ahead and move down to the dental and hospital indemnity. They're going to work the same way, so I won't go over both of them. They're going to work and act the same way, except one's for hospital indemnity and one's for dental. The quote that you're going to run is going to have all the base benefits, and so there's not going to be any riders attached to them. There's not going to be any increase in benefit amounts. You will be able to add riders and add different types of benefits, increase the hospital stays or things like that on the tool. It's just going to be for the initial quote purposes. It's not going to have any of that information attached because we don't know, and you don't know what might be best for that client. So go ahead and type in the age, gender, zip code, and tobacco status. Go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to price these out cheapest to most expensive, like I said, on their base benefits. And it's going to be, you're going to be allowed, the system will actually do the math for you as you build these plans. And so this is really allowing you to not only quote, but build the plan that would be best for your client. All the export features, your toolbar options are still going to be available, as well as filtering options. If you only wanted to see ones that contained a household discount or didn't have ones that didn't have a policy fee, you can filter that way. So here's the base benefit. Here's the price per month in the company, some base plan benefits that are associated with these. However, if you wanted to actually start increasing the benefits and starting adding to this plan, all you need to do is click this Plan Details button, and it's going to take you to a new page where you can do so. The dental works the same way. It's going to look the same way. It's just going to be for dental benefits. And hopefully you've seen throughout this video that it's all very universal. We want to make it as universal as possible so that as you're jumping from product line to product line, it becomes second nature on how to run the quote and how to use the system. The dental riders will obviously be different. There'll be hearing and vision riders associated with these. Hospital confinement is going to be more of ambulance and skilled nursing and things like that. So here's the base benefits. If I wanted to increase this benefit amount to say $300 a day, I can do so. If I wanted to increase this ambulance benefit amount, I can just, if I wanted to add the ambulance benefit, I can do so. It'll begin to add that up for you, and the total will be at the top. And so it does all the math for you. It does the work for you. You just need to click and point to where, what type of benefits you want associated with these plans. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoy using the tool and you find it useful throughout your time, and it kind of makes your life easier as you're dealing with clients. Have a great day.